All right, I know some of you have been waiting. Here it is, this month's sugar skull. Did the neck kind of made a mess? Yeah. Feel a little bit more like I'm auditioning for the band Kiss, but it is once again my attempt at a sugar skull. If I turn the lights on, it's even worse. So see that's just kind of horrifying in so many ways. And I still don't know if you can see the stupid pink sparkles, but we found a way to use little poof ball hat, and now I'm not going to blind myself anymore because I already have a headache. So let's get into the project, shall we? This is going to be my update for the Day of the Dead project. This is a project that started November 2nd of 2022, will run through November 1st of 2023 because those 2 days are when Day of the Dead is actually celebrated annually. Now, this was put together by my beauty team. This is Jen from Project Beauty and Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty. So between the two of them, what they did is they came up with the 20 double prompts. We are to be doing this as a rolling style project where we have 3 prompts at a time, which means 6 items. Yes, they've given us a little wiggle room here and there, but this time I'm not taking advantage of that. So I'm not going to discuss that too much. All of the prompts that they put in here relate to the Day of the Dead in some way. A lot of them are color, some of them are thematic, and they've given us a little bit of an explanation on some of this also. And they decided that they were going to do this in collaboration with the Fantastic Ladies group on Facebook. I am going to link Jen, Kim, the Fantastic Ladies, all of that in the description box, as I always do. Let's see. Yeah, monthly updates, the standard. I don't think I missed anything. Oh, yes, I did. Hashtag Day of the Dead PP. That's our hashtag for this. Okay. What I had done was badly planned, actually, on my part, and I didn't realize it until now. So what I had in the project was prompt number 2. Part B was celebration, an item you celebrate because it works well for you. That I had actually had to finish last month. So I only had part A remaining in the project, and that was pink. With the colors, it can be in the name, it can be the product, it can be the packaging, it can be the ingredient, whatever it might be. And that's standard for all of the colors in here. I had brought in the Julep nail polish. This is one of their breathable, take a breather ones. And this is in sheer rose. I had it in for 4 uses. I had only gotten 2 last month. I got my additional 2, which you actually have seen in some of the video updates. So this is a rollout. Both 2A and B are now completed. The prompt itself is finished. Then the next thing I had in was prompt number 5. A is red. For that, I had brought in the Clarins Total Eye Lift, and this was just a tiny little sample. And you can see I scraped out to the best of my ability here. There might still be a little, I think that's just a reflection because there's not any product left in there. But this is nice. I did enjoy it. It is a very good eye cream. It is a little bit of an expensive eye cream, so I'm glad I got to try the sample. I'm using an eye cream right now, which honestly I don't think is very good. This one is good, but there is a cost associated with that, just for those of you who are unaware. But this is completed, so this part is rolling out. Then for 5B, it is the Blood of Life, something you cannot go without in your makeup or skincare routine. In an effort to try and keep things similar, I brought in a baby Lancome Genifique. This was a 0.27 ounce, 8 milliliter bottle. This is also completely finished. I store these things upside down, pour them into my hand. I mean, I get everything out of these things that I can. So this is also going in the empties. One of the things I didn't mention is you're actually getting this a day early from me for a couple of reasons. One, because everything's where it is. But 2, I'm actually going to throw the empties that I do have into my March empties simply because I will be leaving next month. So I wanted to make sure that things were transferable across home to home for me. So that's part of the reason. The other part is to get the empties in the same month or to just get them done in March so that I don't have that much sitting around where I have to do a split video for it. You guys get it. All right, so back to this. Prompt 5. Both parts are done. That is a completed prompt. Now, the next thing we had in was 6, and part A was yellow. For that, I had brought in the Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Fresh. You can see the yellow daisy on that. That is the reason I brought it in. I brought it in for 10 uses. It was full. This is where we're at. It's a 1 ounce bottle. This is a completed prompt, and this is going to be rolling out. For B, it was Marigold. So a product that has flowers on the packaging, imprint, fragrance, or a fragrance with a floral scent. I kind of hit most of it. I went with Kate Spade's In Full Bloom. Has the flower on the top. It's bloom. It's a fragrance. It smells like flowers. So this is where I am. I had 10 uses. I was at 5 last month on this also. I got my additional 5 on each, so they are both just rolling back into my collection. That means this is also a completed prompt. And this is the part where I did not plan well. That means I actually finished all 3 of the active prompts that I had, which means I have to roll in 3 more, which brings in 6 new items. Could have maybe timed that a tad better, but so be it. Now, as you know, I also have a bonus item that is not related to a prompt in this project, but I brought it in because it is the Onyx Bathhouse Celebrate. You can see the Day of the Dead skeleton there. Celebrate. There we go. That's what this is. Now, I have just been working my way through this. There's hair in there. Here's where we're at. This is what it looks like. This is not obviously something I'm going to finish. And quite frankly, I think I'm going to probably end up leaving this here just because it's bulky and it's weighty and it's a pain in the butt to carry back and forth. So this may be the last update you get on this, even if I do use a little bit more of it, just simply because my next update will be in Minnesota. So this went from its original 711.2 grams. I just weighed it and it's now at 420.6 grams. So I did get quite a bit of use on this. I'm very happy to have gotten use on it and gotten to try Onyx Bathhouse. I've mentioned before, it's not my absolute favorite thing as far as body scrubs go. It's a foaming body scrub. It's fine. I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm not going to purchase more. I've actually seen more and thought, oh, here's a new one. I could try this. And I thought, you don't like them that much, stupid? Don't buy them. So I do have another one that I had in my 50 Shades of Green, which you will see in that update, that I did kind of set aside for this one. So at this point, I think I'm going to leave these here and I will work on them when I work on them. It's not the end of the world to have something sit for a little while. So that's where I am with that. And like I said, you probably won't be getting another update on that unless I get squirrely and decide I'm going to pack all kinds of crap that I don't need to be bringing with me. I do that too quite a bit, so it happens. All right, let's talk about what we are bringing in for this project. I have got prompt 8. Prompt 8A is Sing and Dance, a celebrity makeup or skincare brand. For that, I decided that I wanted to bring in my Fenty Poutsicle. I'd had this in for just like 5 days of use just to try it when I first got it. I really enjoyed it. I like the lip stain. I'm going to bring this in for 10 applications. So that'll give me a bit more usage on it. And this does stain, so I'm probably going to have this on my hand all day. But that is what it looks like. And I may switch it to 10 days. I don't know. But this is something that I am going to bring with me. Because this is, I think, the only real lip stain. No, I think I might have a ColourPop lip stain somewhere, but this is the only real lip stain that I have in my collection, so I have no problem bringing that with me. And it kind of shears out a little bit. I'm actually going to take that off my hand right now because, like I said, these stain, and I have skin that stains very easily. So there's a little bit of a stain left, but not too bad from wiping it off right away. So that's the first thing I'm bringing in. For 8B, it is offerings, a gifted item. So with that, I am bringing in this Beauty Bay Earthy 9-pan palette because it was a gift from Ruth Foley. And I have not yet played with it. And I want to. I want to play with the Beauty Bay formula because I don't have a ton of Beauty Bay and I do not have any of their greens. So this is what we have got going on in here. We have got some really fun shimmers. We've got some great mattes. There's 5 mattes, 4 shimmers, and one is actually almost more, well, maybe they're more, some of them are more satin than shimmery. Glitch in the system. So we're going to just swatch the glittery shades for you because look at all that fun goodness. Now, what I want to do with this is I want to do 3 looks with it, which should easily get me through all of the pans in here. But those are the 4 shimmers swatched out. Ooh, we got some good shine there. Very nice. I only have... The Golden Age came out, and there was a small 9-pan palette with that in neutrals, and that's the one I have, but I don't think I have any solid color, any of the Beauty Bay ones that they've done. So, Ruth, thank you so very much. I am very excited to be playing with this. She did send me another thing also, but this is the one that's going into the project for right now, and if I take this with me, this is a smaller one. It's not a big deal. I may have it done beforehand. If so, you'll see pictures, whatever. But that's the plan. Okay, then I got prompt 10. 10A is candy. This is a sweet scented product or candy themed item. For this, I didn't grab it. Okay, we're going to go grab this. Okay, so what I'm bringing in is Prada candy. This is my newer bottle here in Arizona, but I have a bottle in Minnesota. This is one of my all-time favorite scents. So I am bringing in Prada's candy for 10 uses. Whatever I use here, whatever I use there, whichever it is, when I've gotten all 10, I will let you know. That is the plan with that. And I think I have the same size in both houses too. Then 10B is Latin America. So this is a Latinx owned brand. For that, I am bringing in one that you have seen in the past as a trial, and I really enjoyed. So I'm bringing it into this project. This is one of the Lunar Beauty lip oils. This is in Kiss Me. And I brought this in for 20 applications. It pretty much is just clear. Okay. See the doe foot? You don't really get a color or anything off of this, but it does have a nice sweet scent. I do enjoy it. I do like it. So I want to get 10 uses on this. And that one also may end up being more. Sometimes I get a little carried away with some of these things, but that's another thing. These are things that are easier. Either I have them or I can bring them easily. So that's the thought process, guys. Then 13, we have 13A, which is Orange Mexican Marigolds. I'm going to put the name of this on the screen because I'm not going to try and pronounce it. It stands for 20 flowers. So it is to use a product 20 times. For that, I am bringing in my Ordinary Serum Foundation. See how it looks like it's kind of separated? You can see kind of where it is. This is one that I always have to shake up when I use it. But this one is, I wish they would have kept going with this because I really, really love this stuff. The color is great. I'm in 1.2P, which is cool with pink undertones. Cool with pink undertones. That's what it is, which is exactly what I am. Very fair, very cool. There is no neutral here. Very cool, very pink undertones. So I am going to bring this in to use 20 times. I will take weights, and now I shook it up so I can't really mark the bottle, but I might go ahead and do that too. This one will go with me. I have a bottle in each place. I got 3 bottles for free when I got this. I have an open bottle in Minnesota that I've used. I have this bottle, and then I have an unopened one here, so this is going to be the one that travels back and forth. I'm hoping that I can get it in a place where maybe I might actually be able to finish one of these. That would be lovely. So I will get all of that stuff taken care of, and that is 20 uses. Now, 13B is toys. So this is a childlike themed or tiny sized or mini item. What I decided to do with this was bring in the Glamlight Strawberry Shortcake. This is the Berry Sweet Lip Duo, obviously. And this has a lipstick and a lip gloss. I have not even taken these out of the package yet, but I'm going to now. I will not be bringing the package with me, but I will be bringing the products with me. Like I said, things that can travel. So it looks like a strawberry. You can actually see there's a little bit of separation in there. And this is the lip gloss. And I think, was it Danny? Somebody had said that they weren't a gigantic fan of the Glamlight lip glosses. So I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy this a whole lot or not, but there's the gloss. And then we've got Strawberry Shortcake, and I don't remember the kitty's name, but we've got adorable packaging. We have got a brand new lipstick. And I went by swatches on this. When I decided to do this, I was looking at what other people were doing and saying, and a lot of people were not fond of this really bright pink color. That's a me color. So I thought, ooh, I actually do want this set. So I am bringing this in. I'm going to be doing this for 20 uses, and that can be split up because I may use just this or just this. I may use them together, however I do it, but we're going to do 20 applications. And if I get really spunky, we'll do more. Like I said, I don't ever worry about doing more. It's just making sure that I get to what my goal is. So I try and set reasonable goals. All right, that is everything that I have for you for this update. It's a complete refresh, which was not at all what I was planning on doing. But hey, sometimes these things just work out that way. Now, let's get to the music moment because that's always a fun thing for me to do. This one is a little bit of it's not a repeat exactly. I am going to bring in the song Gone Away by The Offspring. If you saw Panning Punk when I did that, I brought The Offspring in as an artist and did a bunch of their songs for one of my updates. So I've talked about Dex, I've talked about the degrees of the albums, all of that kind of stuff. I have been a fan since the late, well, I don't know if it was 97 or 98, but right around there somewhere. And this song is actually off of Ixnay on the Ombre, which is, was that their fourth studio? What album was this? We'll find that information because I cannot remember. Well, all right then. I always end up with the stupid lyrics, and I don't, well, the lyrics aren't stupid. I always end up in the wrong spot. That's my own stupidity. The lyrics themselves are not stupid. They're actually very interesting. Okay. If I can get back to the page that I want to get to. There we go. Okay, so it is, Ixnay on the Ombre, which was their 97 album. It was their fourth studio album. It's a part I couldn't remember. That was the first album of theirs that I ever bought, so I like the whole thing. But I bought it for this song. This song happened right around the time that there was something going on in my life, so it resonated with me, although not necessarily for the reasons that you might think. This song is actually about someone who passed away. There's a couple of different things that I've read, so I'm not entirely certain what all contributed to this, but I did read the song was written by the lead singer, Dexter Holland, and it was in response to his girlfriend passing away after a car accident. But then I also read something that said that there was a shooting at like an ice cream shop, and I think there were casualties there. So it was kind of in response to that, but it was also all of the stuff that had gone on with losing someone important to him. So it's basically a grief processing song. So it was on Ixnay. It also ended up on their greatest hits album, and then they did a piano like ballad version of this where there's not so much of the angry yelling, there's much angst in it apparently, and so that was released also on their 10th album, Let the Bad Times Roll, which is the one that just came out in 2021. And I'm not as familiar with that version of it. I don't have that album yet. I probably should grab that. But anyway, so this song has been covered by a few people. One of the most commonly known ones is going to be Five Finger Death Punch because that is the one that has gotten radio play. While they do a decent job of it, I don't think it's as good as the original. I don't think it has the same oomph behind the emotion. Part of it may be stylistic. Part of it may be just not the connection. I don't know. But I don't get that makes your hair on the back of your neck stand up feeling from the Five Finger Death Punch song. I do get it a lot more from the Offspring version of it. The original, which is what I'm going to link, is the original official video, is what's going to be down in the description box for you guys to go ahead and see and listen to. What else? Yeah, that is basically... Okay, so let's talk about how this did on... Because this charted all over the place. It charted in Australia, Canada, Germany, the Netherlands, New Zealand, UK, US. It charted on Billboard Mainstream at number 1 and Alternative Airplay at number 4, Billboard's US Radio Songs at number 50. So they did have a huge hit with it. Like I said, it's on their best of. It was also kind of remade by them and then covered by others. And there are a few other bands that have covered it. You can find others out there. Like I said, I'm just not as drawn to any of those as I am this one. The main thing with this is going to be the lyrics. And they're depressing. They're depressing in a way, and in a way they're not. It starts with maybe in another life I will see you there. So there's some hope that after this life ends that you reconnect with someone that you've loved and lost. But there's a lot of that survivor stuff in here too. Like, I would trade if I could. Black roses and Hail Marys won't bring back what's taken from me, taken away before your time. So it is very, very much a grief processing song, which I thought seemed somewhat appropriate for this project. But this one is another one of those songs where I'm finding beauty in tragedy. I'm finding beauty in someone's ability to take all of this overwhelming grief and channel it into something that connects to other people, that helps other people get through something they might not be able to express. And that is one of the biggest things with this song. If you go look at different things that people, like if you go read comment sections, if you go read different things on blogs, there's so many people have talked about how this song helped them, how it got them through something. And like I said, it did for me too. It was not a death in the traditional sense, but it did also help me quite a bit. So that, I think, is one of the reasons that this song fits here perfectly for me. All right. I hope you enjoy this song. Go ahead and give it a watch, give it a listen. It's not, there, like I said, there's a piano version, so there is a little bit of that, not screaming, but there's a little bit of that metal background to it. So it's not the softest of songs, and I think sometimes that needs to be the way it needs to be, because not all of the emotions are going to be soft. So enjoy it. I hope you get something from it if you choose to take a listen to it. Thank you for spending some time with me. Thank you for letting me do the Day of the Dead Sugar Skull attempt once again. We got all kinds of fun things going on here today. Yeah. Like I said, I almost feel more like I was trying to do a Kiss look, but you know, sometimes these things go good for me, sometimes they don't. Anyway, until next time, until either my next video or my next Sugar Skull, whichever it may be that you decide to pop back in, I do appreciate you checking in on me. And until then, see ya. Bye.